You're going to notice a big difference in the scorecard. Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have any power, though? Ball just took off the face. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Over the years, this golf course has hosted so many national and regional championships, including the 1950 U.S. Women's Amateur, the 1963 Ryder Cup, and 2001 U.S. Men's Amateur Championship. It is now the permanent home of the Tour Championship by Coca-Cola, the culminating event of the PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
That's good work right there. Just a tap in. Settles in over the putt. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Tour Championship and the race for the FedEx Cup prize rolling on here at East Lake. And Frank, what are the players facing here at the fifth hole?
Well, this is the toughest par 4 they've seen so far in the round, and one of the reasons why it's a par 5 for the members. At just over 500 yards, it's going to require your best tee shot and allow for that fairway. You're not going to see where the ball finishes because it's a blind tee shot. This one will get your attention.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
And that one lands in the first cut, Frank.
Interesting choice coming ahead here. It'll be interesting to see how he reads this lie.
This one has a chance to be close.
Great shot out of the rough. He avoided all the troubles just to get that on the green.
That was not an easy shot. He'll settle. Not a gimme, but well within his range. You have to make those from that distance. That hurts. 8-foot putt here. Wow, I thought that was in. Clean this up with a tap. So with that, 1 over par. This is really one of the most scenic holes on tour all year long, and a fitting spot for the season finale, the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. It's the 6th hole. It's over 200 yards, and there's plenty of blue water out there just to keep a player focused on the task at hand. Good swing, good shot yet again. On the dance floor here at the 6th, but still a pretty hard putt coming up, about 30 feet away. Locked in on the read and the speed. Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in. Now, it's that sneaky distance.
And with that par, moving into the top 15 on the leaderboard. On to the 7th hole here at East Lake in the Tour Championship. Not the best shot, this one in the rough, but still will have a play from there. He'll need to be strong with this. Unable to square up the club face, Frank.
It was always starting right, and it looks like it's staying there.
How about that shot right there from that lie in the rough to knock it that close? That's good. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Here's another dogleg to the left at East Lake in the Tour Championship. It's the 405-yard par 4 8th hole, and position is paramount here off the tee. You see those 3 fairway bunkers along the left side. You need to avoid those. You want to be positioned on the right. If you get it down that right side in the fairway, you'll have a good chance to attack the hole location. So the golf ball ends up in that first cut. It's a little bit less than 2 inches. You can see the golf ball. Should be able to get at it, but may not be able to control the spin. We'll see. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. These putts keep the round together. Okay, has it and stays at 1 over par. Finishing out the front 9 here at East Lake in Atlanta, Georgia. Tour Championship with the FedEx Cup on the line, all that pressure. And finally, we get to the first par 5 of the day. It is 600 yards on the button.
Doesn't quite play that long, and the reason why is that downslope on the tee shot. You get a nice draw off the tee, that ball can bound down there, and you can certainly reach this hole even though it's 600 yards. That's if you had a good tee shot. You stray a little, then you worry about the lake with the layup. Do you lay up short, or do you even try and risk carrying it?
How tough is this going to be now from the rough, Frank?
Oh, it's tough to say, Rich. I mean, so much is going to depend on that lie. I'm going to need a little bit of luck.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. And getting ready for the putt. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just 5 feet left. They'll take it. That's a par. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the final leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Tour Championship.
He goes after it like he is here.
Gave that the full treat. Get up.
Long, just net longer.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
This is a good-looking shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Getting set now over the putt. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
You mentioned of the previous hole that 440 is no longer considered a long par 4. You have to push them past 500 for it to be considered long these days. So here we are, 520-yard par 4, the Tour Championship here at East Lake.
What a great shot. Rich, there's such a big advantage. You tee it up on a peg there. It should be an easy shot. But remember, this is the most powerful club in the bag. This is the one that you have to nail out of the middle of club face.
Demonstrating there and really all day that he is one of the best drivers of the golf ball in the sport. What a nice shot. Right on the green and a pretty easy putt on the way. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. The sixth green here at East Lake Golf Club, tracing back to the original Tom Bendelow design that opened back in 1908, built as the green for the par 5 16th, a Donald Ross rerouting 5 years later made it the target for a par 3 on the front nine. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That will be a great look at birdie. Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. We're at the seventh now. Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. That's a good birdie right there. And to 4 under par for the championship. Now at the 8th, looking at 405 yards on this par 4. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
No, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole. Oh, no mistake made there with par.
We mentioned at the start of this Tour Championship, East Lake is a par 70, so just 2 par 5s, and here is the first on the golf course. It's the 9th, 600 yards. There's some water in play. Still, though, good chance for birdie. And that ball is absolutely scorched. Just hit a seed out there.
Great Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's the next one. Judging by that light, it's not going to be too hard.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. He was fooled a little bit on that one, Frank. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the final leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today it's live third-round coverage of the PGA Tour season finale. And here we are, the final stop of the FedEx Cup playoffs. It all comes down to this tournament, the Tour Championship, to help us crown the next FedEx Cup champion. Hello, everyone. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo here at East Lake Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia. It has been hosting this championship since 2005. Now it is time to jump right into the action. On to the 7th hole here at East Lake in the Tour Championship. good spot right there.
Center cut.
What's so good about the way they've structured the FedEx Cup points is that if you're in the top 5 going to that final day, you control your destiny. You win the Tour Championship by Coca-Cola. You win it all. You win the $10 million FedEx Cup bonus. Good swing, good shot yet again. And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole, just for birdie. Frank going for 2 in a row now. Oh, hello there. Really nice putt. Here's another dogleg to the left at East Lake in the Tour Championship. It's the 405-yard par 4 8th hole, and position is paramount here off the tee. You see those 3 fairway bunkers along the left side. You need to avoid those. You want to be positioned on the right. If you get it down that right side in the fairway, you'll have a good chance to attack the hole location. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. It might be a tough shot coming up. Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And getting ready for the putt. Let's take another look at the leaderboard. And R.McIlroy, 3 shots behind.
Yeah, close enough, really, to mount a charge over the next few holes. Whether or not we see that, I think it'll be determined by these next couple of holes. This has exploded off the club face. Second shot.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
This is an awkward length.
This can be a cruel game at times. How does that not go in? These putts keep the round together. Really hitting on all cylinders now. 9 under for the tournament. Getting ready to start the back 9 here at East Lake. We're on the 10th tee here in Atlanta, Georgia, and the finale for the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup.
Rich, that tee shot there has shortened up this hole considerably. It's made a tough par 4 into, well, we'll see, but it looks like a very birdieable hole now.
Hit it right where you want. Now he has a good chance to attack that hole location. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Early part of his back 9 and a good approach shot. And he'll have this for birdie. 15 feet away. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
That is a solid par putt. Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola from East Lake Golf Club continuing. We're at the 11th hole. It is the only hole on the golf course under 200 yards. It's a 197-yard par 3. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
Frank, in golf, there's nothing quite like the final round of a hotly contested championship, and this one could be a doozy.
And there's nothing quite like that leaderboard I'm looking at right now. We are going to have some amazing golf. This one is going to have to be won.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the final event of the FedEx Cup playoffs. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Tour Championship. Atlanta, Georgia, and East Lake Golf Club, so respected by everyone who has ever stepped foot on it. Today, we're here for the Tour Championship, the final stop of the FedEx Cup playoffs. This is Rich Lerner along with Frank Nobilo to make the call out here today. Time to jump straight into the action out on the course. There are just 2 par 5s here at the Tour Championship presented by Coca-Cola. This is the second and last of the 5 pars. The 15th, it is only 525 yards. And if you walk away with par here, you will likely have dropped the shot to the field. This is a chance to make birdie or eagle. Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Just dominated this hole and ends up with an eagle. Players now arriving at the 16th hole, 481-yard par 4, and Frank, the pressure is really starting to mount here in the final round of the Tour Championship.
Oh, you can smell that $10 million right now. You can also see that fairway shrink. Notice the look of those 4 bunkers down the left. The fairway gets narrower and narrower the further you go down. You can try and fly past them, but this is going to be another one where the tee shot's downhill and the second shot.
That was just a beautiful drive. You hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, what makes this downhill shot a little trickier in terms of club selection and setup?
Because of the nature of the downhill, that ball's just going to come out a little lower. So you've got to take that into consideration. It might run a little more on the back end.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. You've let one go. You've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
Frank, final round of the Tour Championship. Just a couple of holes to play. And this is one of those spots where the moment is really so big. And the potential for catastrophe with the water left is really so glaring, making this quite a hole.
It's the only hole on the back nine where the water is just obviously in play. And that becomes the feature all the way down the left side of this magnificent par 4. On the other side of the fairway, there's 3 bunkers in that perfect position should you stray a little to the right. So it requires your best tee shot. And the second shot also requires your best judgment. The reason why? That green just slightly built up and protected by that front bunker.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Frank, here we are, the final hole of the final round of the final event of the FedEx Cup season.
Yeah, this is it. They give you a little bit of a reprieve. You wouldn't think you could do too much damage on this. But if you have to make 3 to win, and that's to win everything, there's much easier holes to play than this.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Only the short. Wow. He's putting for par now. Just misses. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. Just a little tap in here. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Just a great putt and a great win.